Is that whole wheat?
Yeah, BLT.
Want a bite?
No, thank you. I couldn't possibly. The smell of that bread is just... yucky.
Hun?
Hmm?
Coffee I can understand, maybe. Cigarettes, definitely. But wheat? Complex carbohydrates, staff of life, this is new.
You know what he's yakking about?
Yes. Honey, come here. Please leave that sandwich there, though. Yeah. Do you remember when you were a little boy and you used to ask Dad and me to buy you a baby brother?
Yeah, but that was before I knew babies came from Cleveland. Tell her I'm just kidding.
He's just kidding.
But we're not. Lucky, we think that you've waited long enough.
Come summer, cowboy. You're gonna have yourself a sibling.
Really? Mm-hmm. What kind?
We're hoping for a boy or a girl. Chances are good.
This is cool. This is neat.
Very neat.
Okay, guys. How'd it happen?
General Hospital, brought to you...
What do you mean, how did this happen? You're making me look bad.
Yeah, I thought Dad told you all about where babies came from.
Well, he did, but not the really good stuff.
What, dare I ask, is the good stuff?
Well, I know all about the birds and the bees, which altogether is pretty weird because we're nothing like birds or bees, so that doesn't really count.
Well, at least he heard that part.
Oh, and I know all about Dad's little squiggly things, how the sperm travels to the egg and makes a baby.
Good. Well, then I'd say we're on a par.
I even learned about DNA.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you, it just passed me right by.
What do you know about genetics?
Stuff. Do you know that you and Mom could make like a zillion babies and not two of them would be alike?
Oh, I don't think even we could make a zillion babies. Want to try?
You know what I mean. Everybody's DNA is totally different. Now, until they get cloning down, until they'll be able to duplicate everybody, DNA is like the perfect fingerprint.
He's been watching Nova.
No. It was this movie, Boys from Brazil. They had to, they cloned Hitler's DNA and gave it to all these little kids. And then, there was this old guy.
Laurence Olivier.
Whatever. Anyway, these little kids had Hitler's DNA and stuff, so when they grew up, they were going to destroy the world, so that guy had to stop them. Oh, and there was this incredible scene with the Rottweilers.
Okay, that's enough. You see why I don't want a TV?
I'm still trying to figure out how we got from son, we're having a baby, to Hitler's DNA.
Well, don't you think it's really cool?
I am really mesmerized. Is this genetics business the stuff that you claim is really good that I didn't discuss with you?
No, that's different.
Can hardly wait.
Dad.
Yeah?
You know, I'm not sure. No, Mom is here.
Oh, I think she can handle it.
Okay, well, see, Sly and I were talking to these guys at school, they were a little bit older.
How much older?
14.
Oh, 14, men of the world.
Yeah, well, they were talking about, you know, sex. Not about the little squiggly sperm stuff, but kind of how you get there to begin with.
And?
And they had pictures
Oh, dear.
in a magazine. These women.
Let me guess. The women had nothing on except staples in their navels.
Okay, this is a timeout here. Do you mind if I...
Oh, I wish you would. Right over there.
Come here, Lucky. You too. I know that these 14-year-old boys probably think that they know absolutely everything, but I promise you there's one thing that they don't know anything about. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the most important part of creating a baby.
Is this going to be the mushy stuff?
This is not mushy, kiddo. This is fundamental.
Thanks. Lucky, this isn't very scientific, but it's the best I can offer you. When your father and I fell in love, deeply and truly in love, something very complex and very powerful took place. Our love for each other was so strong that we wanted to be as close as two people could possibly be, as though we were one person. In our hearts and in our thoughts and in our bodies. And that's what making love is. Joining together. Becoming for an instant one person. When you mature, and when you have the kind of commitment that your father and I have to each other, that joining results in a child. And that's what you are. You and this new baby are living proof of our love for each other. And we're very blessed to be able to make this family.
Whoa.
Bet you never heard that on the playground.
Yeah, that's another thing about those pictures that you saw of those women.
Mm-hmm.
That's not real, Lucky. It's really just a fantasy, so you shouldn't expect that. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No. Except, I guess this means that we're safe, right?
Well, yeah, certainly hope so.
Well, I mean, you guys are smart enough not to have a baby, you know, if we're in trouble, you know, right?
You know something? Wouldn't that front room just make the perfect nursery? It didn't occur to me when we first bought the house, but with a little bit of paint and a little bit of paper, perfect.
I'm going to be dreaming in pink and blue, aren't I?
Not necessarily. How about green?
Well, green is tricky, you know. It depends on what green. You have to be specific. There's so many. Forest green, mint green, lime green, baby poop green, which we'll soon be up to our ears in.
You know that you can influence a child's development by the colors you surround them with. It's true. Certain tones can promote health or wisdom or kindness.
Financial security. What color do we paint the kid's room so that I can take an early retirement and he will support me?
You always have to be so practical. You know, of course, I'm going to be the size of a beached whale by the hottest months of the summer.
Fret not, my precious. I will wait on you slavishly. I will fan you with palm fronds. I will feed you lemonade that I have squeezed with my own bare feet.
Is that a promise?
Uh-huh.
Can you imagine what our garden is going to look like this summer? Isn't it going to be beautiful?
No doubt about it.
You know, that's actually one of the things that I liked about being a new place every year was watching the flowers come up. You know, whether it was tulips or Queen Anne's lace or whatever. You know, it was sort of like a gift that we nomads left behind for each other.
What did you plant in Canada?
Lads, the big tall ones in every color. And this year, I want to replant May's rose garden. I've always hesitated with roses before because they're permanent, you know. But this year, I want to take a chance. I want to plant something that I can watch grow year after year after year.
That would be nice.
It would, wouldn't it? I mean, can't you just picture it? This summer, sitting out there in our rose garden, rocking our little baby to sleep, and Lucky playing with his dog. I can't believe it. It's just like a storybook. It's almost too good to be true. I mean...
Darling.
He took the news really well, didn't he?
Like a pubescent trooper. He really knows how to twist a knife, though, doesn't he? How he connected having a baby with being safe.
He was just saying what's on his mind.
I think that's a good idea.
I have a lot of things to do, so...
Sweetheart, we can't avoid this. We need to talk about something.
Please, I don't...
Laura, please sit down, just for a second. I have to know. I have to know, with the baby and everything, if you're still okay with me doing this job.
Luke, given a range of options, there are a lot of things that I would rather see you doing than breaking Frank Smith out of jail. We don't have a range of options.
But the baby changes, so much.
I know. But no child should grow up believing that it's acceptable to live in fear every day of their lives. Children deserve better than that.
Everybody does.
Well, that can't happen unless we put an end to this. Right now. And I believe that what you're doing is trying to make a very bad situation into a better one.
Trying isn't good enough.
You will do it. I have absolute faith in you. Okay? What else do you need to hear?
Just one thing.
What?
The fantasy in the garden,
Yeah?
rocking the baby, Lucky in the flea bag.
Mm-hmm.
Am I in there anywhere?
Luke. Of course you are. Of course you are. If you're not there, there isn't a fantasy.